JD Vance once referred to Donald Trump as potentially America's Hitler. However, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be any pushback from Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder, Ricky Manor, or any of these right-wing commentators. This exposes how fraudulent the American right-wing movement is in this country. They stand for nothing. The idea that you would elevate to the second highest position in the country somebody who referred to Donald Trump as America's Hitler. I mean, the idea that anyone from the left even implied something like that, they would absolutely be roasted and they should they should be removed from office or whatever it is, right? But this guy can be vice president with zero pushback. And I don't know that there's not going to be any pushback, right? But I do know there's not going to be any pushback. And that is to illustrate how fraudulent the right-wing movement in this country is. And I'm more focusing on right-wing media and influencers than anything else. The idea that I can with absolute confidence already project there's not going to be pushback, again, illustrates how fraudulent they are, right? They're so fraudulent that I already know their MO. And the MO is don't say anything, ignore it, right? Just keep posting a bunch of videos with the same historical photo of Donald Trump, right? And keep pushing out your propaganda, to promote him, right? It's not about conservatism, right? It's not about the Constitution. It's not about freedom. It's all about MAGA. It's all about Donald Trump. The Republican Party today is the party of Trump. Their ideology is Trump, right? That's all they care about. If Trump is okay with it, then they're okay with it, right? Trump wants to put to VP a person who referred to him as Hitler. Well, okay, right? If anyone else refers to Donald Trump as Hitler, oh, put them in jail, right? How dare they say something like that? The rhetoric is too extreme, right? So fraudulent and bad faith that JD Vance can go and just simply say, well, I've evolved, I didn't really know, but now that I've seen him, I focus on the policies and what he does and this and that and blah, 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 right? It's so easy to get away from things because none of it matters. They don't really care that he said that. They don't care about the character of Trump or JD Vance or anyone, right? Look at all the talk about Donald Trump with the case in that he just lost, right? Regarding the hush money trial, right? Oh, the judge was connected to whatever, but they got nothing to say about this Trump-appointed judge in Florida, right? Doing a lot of fishy stuff. And the fact that she's even allowed to be the judge, they got no issues with that. So again, bad faith actors. They don't care about political trials. They don't care about a judge who is not objective, a judge who is politically motivated. They don't care about that. They stand for nothing, right? They pretend to care about freedom. They pretend to care about the Constitution. They pretend to care about whether judges are being legit or not. But the reality is they do not care. The only thing they care about is Donald Trump. That's it. That's the only thing that matters. Donald Trump. In contrast, Joe Biden, who I believe is a liar and a fraud, allowed a Republican to go after his own son. Joe Biden is so concerned about not having the exact same things that they like to accuse him of, lawfare, political this, that he would allow his own son to be gone after by a Republican, while in contrast, the Republicans are perfectly fine having a Trump-appointed judge going after or dealing with the Trump trial regarding the classified documents case, because they have no integrity. You want to have a Trump judge, basically do whatever they want to do that supports Trump? No problem. No problem. You're not hearing any complaint from Ben Shapiro. No complaint from Steven Crowder. No complaint from Newsmax or any of these folks. Silence is all you're going to hear, right? They stand for nothing. They hide behind religion, right? But they have no moral compass. Most of the people that I see who are close Trump allies, if you look into them, they all said the exact same thing that the rest of us are saying about Donald Trump. They know he's a fraud. They know he lacks any character. They know he doesn't care about anything else but himself, but they will pretend otherwise in their quest for power. And it's one thing for these people who are the Trump allies to do this, but the right-wing media allows them to, right? The right-wing media is not calling them out. There's not going to be a bunch of videos saying, how could he put this guy as VP? No, Trump is doing it, so it's okay. Trump-appointed judge doing some shady stuff, it's okay. Some shady stuff happening in the Supreme Court, who cares? If it benefits the right-wing movement, it's okay, right? Anything that benefits them is okay. Anything that doesn't benefit them, all of a sudden, this is bad and this is freedom of speech and the Constitution. They stand for nothing. Talking about DEI higher. Is it a coincidence that the guy who sang the national anthem at the RNC event today happened to have brown skin? How many potential singers has that particular complexion? You don't think they picked that guy not for his talent, but because of his skin color? They initially were talking about Donald Trump having a woman as a VP. I think they were also really pushing for brown-skinned people to be the VP. DEI. I thought DEI was a problem. Oh, that's right. It's only a problem when other people do it. When you do DEI, it's okay, right? When other people do DEI, oh, I get on a plane and I see a brown-skinned pilot. I don't know if he has any skills or not, right? But if Donald Trump were to hire a brown-skinned person as a VP, oh, clearly he picked them because of their qualifications. If Donald Trump's daughter-in-law gets put to a high position in the RNC without any background or whatever, I'm sure it's because she's qualified, right? Donald Trump's daughter-in-law would not be allowed to be a DEI hire to the RNC because they're against DEI. No, they're not against DEI, right? They don't stand for anything. These are a bunch of bullshitters and trolls, immoral people that are not patriots. They're not focused on the country or the Constitution or freedom or anything. They only focus on power. That is the one thing. And power comes right now from Trump. So they will pretend to like Trump, pretend like Trump did nothing wrong and everything's political and lawfare. Bullshit. You know the man is a fraud. You know what they're saying about him is true, but you don't care about anything else but your own selfish goals of getting attention and making money and gaining power. Think about the idea that almost no one that knows Trump is really for him. When you look at it, even with his own family, one of the biggest critiques comes from his own family members. When he was on trial in New York, where was his family? Where was his wife? Where were his people? Right? The only people who are talking positive stuff about Donald Trump are people that benefit from doing so. People that benefit from proximity to Donald Trump. And again, this is okay by the right-wing media and therefore by the right-wing audience. The fact that this man who everyone's all behind, oh, Trump, that almost no one around him are actually for him or like him or with him. Generally, the people around him realize, like the rest of us, that he's a con man and a fraud. He's weak. He behaves like a 13-year-old girl as a billionaire arguing online 3 a.m. in the morning with random people on Twitter, right? Arguing with a teenage girl, activist, right? Attacking everyone else except for his good buddy Jeffrey Epstein. That is who these, Christian this and God and blah, blah, blah. But yet they would give this level of support to a man who is good friends with one of the largest child sex trafficking guy in the world. Obviously, attacks everyone else except for Jeffrey Epstein, except for Jeffrey Epstein's partner. I wish her well. That's the guy that the American right wing is behind. A guy who was buddy-buddy with a child sex trafficker. That is a party who have Matt Gaetz, who is also good friends with another child sex trafficker, right? But yet they talk about, save the kids, save the kids. They stand for nothing. This is Debate Me channel. Debate me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell, be well. Somebody had to say it.